Lecture 4 Green's theorem in the plane. Outline of Lecture 4 Statement of Green's theorem in the plane. Recap Vector line integral. Evaluating line integral using Green's theorem. Verification of Green's theorem in the plane. Statement of Green's theorem in the plane. One of the theorem that extend the fundamental theorem of calculus to higher dimension is Green's theorem in the plane. It transforms the double integral to line integral and vice versa. So Green's theorem states that integrating over the closed curve f1 dx plus f2 dy is same as integrating over the region bounded by the closed curve dou f1 by dou y minus dou f2 by dou x dA. So here f1 I cap plus f2 j cap is the vector field f bar. C is any closed curve in the vector field f bar. Green's theorem states that integrating over the closed curve f bar dot dr bar is same as integrating over the region bounded by the closed curve C. f1 dx plus f2 dy can also be read as f bar dot dr bar. Here C can be any closed path in the vector field f bar. It can be a square region or a rectangular region, circular region, semicircular region or a triangular region. So the statement of Green's theorem goes like, let R be a closed bounded region in the xy plane whose boundary C consists of finitely many smooth curves. Here there are four lines connecting the closed region R. Here only one closed smooth curve enclosing this region R. Here there are two smooth curves, one is the straight line, another is the semicircular arch. Here three lines connecting the closed region R. Let f1 of xy and f2 of xy be functions that are continuous and have continuous partial derivatives dou f1 by dou y and dou f2 by dou x everywhere in some domain containing the region R. Then Green's theorem gives the relationship between the line integral and double integral as integral over closed curve C f1 dx plus f2 dy or f bar dot dr bar is equal to double integral over the region bounded by the closed curve C dou f1 by dou y minus dou f2 by dou x dA. So the statement of Green's theorem helps us in evaluating the line integral equivalently to the double integral. Recap vector line integral. Integral over closed curve C f bar dot dr bar is the vector line integral. Here C is the path or the curve along which the integration is performed. Here C is the circular curve. F bar is the vector function that describes the vector field f bar. This is your dot product. dr bar is a vector quantity, elementary distance. dr bar is dxi cap plus dyj cap plus dzk cap if we are in xyz space. Just we will recap how to evaluate the line integral using parametric representation. First we have to represent the curve C along which the integration is performed in the parametric form. R bar of t is the vector x of t I cap plus y of t j cap. T is bounded between A and B. You are projecting all the points on the curve C along the t axis between A and B. Step 2, we have to compute the tangent vector, that is r bar dash of t. So here the tangent vector is shown in the red color arrow. This is the direction in which the tangent line is acting. Step 3, rewrite the vector function f bar which describes the vector field in terms of the parameter t. For that we have to take x as x of t, y as y of t in f bar. Step 4, we have to compute the tangential component f bar dot r dash. So which is shown in the blue color arrow. Step 5, integral over c f bar dot dr bar is nothing but integral over t varying between a to b f bar dot r bar dash. It is a scalar quantity in terms of the parameter t times dt. So the vector line integral is converted to the real line integral in terms of the parameter t. This is how we are evaluating the line integral. Now f bar is the vector function which describes the vector field. The blue color arrow shows the vectors in the vector field. C is any closed path. In the previous case we had seen C as a circular path, regular boundary. C can be any closed path. Now we have seen the statement of Green's theorem which states that integrating over C f bar dot dr bar is same as integrating over the region bounded by the closed path C in the vector field f bar dou f1 by dou y minus dou f2 by dou x dA. So Green's theorem gives the relationship between closed line integral and the double integral. Now we will see some example problems in evaluating line integral using Green's theorem in the plane. That means in order to evaluate line integral we have to apply the idea of Green's theorem and convert line integral to double integral, and we have to evaluate the line integral value. Example 1. Evaluate integral over closed curve f bar dot dr bar using Green's theorem in the plane. It means we should not directly evaluate the line integral. We have to convert as double integral and we have to evaluate the double integral. Let us see how to solve this problem. Given f bar, which describes the vector field, C is the circle of radius 2 centered on the origin. First we will sketch roughly the closed curve C. Center 0, 0, radius 2 units. This is the closed path C. Green's theorem in the plane states that integral over C closed curve f bar dot dr bar equal to double integral over the region R enclosed by the closed curve C dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. First compute the partial derivative. f2 component is xy square. Dou f2 by dou x gives y square, negative sign. Dou f1 by dou y, f1 component is minus x square y. Differentiate partially f1 component with respect to y, we get minus x square times dA. Now the region is the circular region. We are preferring polar coordinate transformation to evaluate the double integral. While evaluating double integral, you can use either change of order technique or change of variable technique, whichever is applicable and makes the double integral computation simpler. Now the region is a circular region. To avoid the variable bound, I am preferring polar coordinate transformation to evaluate. In polar coordinate transformation, x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta. The elementary area dA is Jacobian times dr d theta. Now we got x square plus y square as r square, Jacobian times dr d theta. R varies from origin O to the boundary of the curve C 2 units. Theta full circular region, so theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So the bounds are constant bound. Evaluate the double integral. We got the value as 16 pi by 3. So we have evaluated double integral. not directly by computing line integral by using the Green's theorem. Hope you are comfortable in applying Green's theorem in evaluating the line integral over the closed path of a curve, which is. Now we will see one more example for evaluating line integral using Green's theorem. Here the curve C is shown in this graph. The curve C is the closed curve, which is a combination of the semicircular arch x square plus y square equal to 25, the left half of the curve circle, and the line segment between 0, 5 to 0, minus 5. Green's theorem is applicable only when the path C is a closed path. Here the closed path is a piecewise smooth curve. By Green's theorem in the plane, integral over C f bar dot dr bar equal to double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. Here the region is a semicircular region, so we are preferring polar coordinate transformation to evaluate the double integral. The transformation is x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dx dy equal to Jacobian. Now we will see how to evaluate the line integral by converting to double integral using Green's theorem. First we have to compute the integrand of double integral. Dou f2 by dou x is minus 2x, dou f1 by dou y is x square, so this negative sign. So integrand is minus 2x minus x square dA over the region D, which is the closed region enclosing the semicircular arch. The polar coordinate transformation, we have to substitute x as r cos theta, there is no y term, Jacobian is r dr d theta. We have to fix the bounds for r and theta. R, the radial distance varying from 0 to 5 units. Theta varies from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. This point is pi by 2, this point is 3 pi by 2. It varies from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. The orientation is also important. So the curve is starting from 0, minus 5. Along the line segment moved up to 0, 5, and it is moving on the left half of the circle x square plus y square equal to 25 up to 0, minus 5. So the variation for theta is from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. You should not take it in the reverse way. So after evaluating this integral, we got the line integral over C f dot dr bar as minus 78.7703. Hope you are comfortable in evaluating the line integral using Green's theorem. I will show few more examples for the regions like square or rectangle as well as triangular region. In example 3, the curve C is the rectangular path. It is having 4 sides, so 4 smooth curves are connected end to end to make a closed curve as a rectangular curve. Here f1 is y power 4 minus 2y, f2 is minus times 6x minus 4x y cube. By Green's theorem in plane, integral over C f dot dr bar is double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. First we will compute the integrand. Dou f2 by dou x is here minus 6, here minus 4 y cube, minus dou f1 by dou y. With respect to y, we will get 4 y cube, that get cancelled with this 4 y cube, and minus 2 that is added with this minus 6, so you'll get minus 4. You can compute this part and simplify. We will get the integrand as minus 4. In previous two examples, the integrand is a function of x and y. So we computed the double integral as volume beneath the surface and above its projection. Now this integrand is a constant. So we can very well take the constant outside and rewrite the integral as minus 4 times double integral over d dA. Here what is the d? D is the region enclosed by the curve C graphed here. So minus 4 times double integral dA. Now this double integral dA gives area of the region D. So minus 4 times area gives the volume. So no need to go for any coordinate transformation. We can simply compute the double integral as minus 4 times area of the region D, which is minus 4 times the region is a rectangular region, area is length into breadth. So 6 into 4, 24. So we got the integral value as minus 96. So always first we have to compute the integrand, then we have to check whether we can compute double integral as constant times area of the region, or we have to prefer any coordinate transformation. Example 4. Use Green's theorem to evaluate integral over C where C is shown below. I have chosen this example for two reasons. One, look into the integrand of the line integral. So far it is f1 dx plus f2 dy. Now it is given in the order f2 dy plus f1 dx. So always choose the coefficient of dx as f1 and coefficient of dy as f2. Here f1 is minus yx plus x cube and f2 is 6y minus 9x. The second reason, look into this closed path C. We have two bounds as vertical line and one bound is a horizontal line, another bound is an inclined line. Whenever we have the region with inclined lines, we should be very careful in fixing the elementary area dA. We have to choose the order which simplifies our computation. Let us see how to fix the strip for this particular problem. By Green's theorem in the plane, integral over C f bar dot dr bar is equal to double integral over R dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. As I have mentioned earlier, first we have to compute this integrand for the double integral. Dou f2 by dou x, which is nothing but minus 9. Dou f1 by dou y, which is nothing but minus y. So we got the integrand as x minus 9 times dA. Here the region D is the region enclosed by the curve C. Now we have to choose the order of integration. This elementary area dA can either be treated as dx dy or dy dx. Here we are preferring the order as dy dx. I have chosen a strip parallel to y-axis. Next we have to see the value of y at the bottommost end of the strip, which is minus 1, and the value of y at the topmost strip, y equal to 3 minus x. So y varies between minus 1 to 3 minus x, and move the strip to the leftmost part of the region where the value of the second variable x is minus 1. Move the strip to the rightmost end of the region where the value of the second variable x is 1. So x varies between minus 1 to 1. So the region of integration is y varying between minus 1 to 3 minus x, x varying between minus 1 to 1. Now evaluate the inner integral for y. Then evaluate for the outer integral x. We will get the integral value as minus times 218 by 3. Here we can see what happens if we fix the order of integration as dx dy. Just you think what happens if the order is dx dy? I have to take a strip parallel to x-axis. What is the concept of fixing the bound? We have to move the strip without altering the bounds to the bottommost part of the region as well as to the topmost part of the region. So here if I choose in a strip parallel to y-axis, the left bound is minus 1, right bound is 1. If I move the strip to the bottommost end where the second variable y is minus 1, there is no problem. Now I have to slide the strip to the topmost end without altering the bounds x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 1. If I do so, what happens if I cross this particular bound of y equal to 2? What happens? The strip is sliding on minus 1, no problem, but the strip at the right is sliding on 1 up to this particular point. Then it slides on the curve y equal to 3 minus x, where my x is 3 minus y. So the bound is different. So we have to apply the concept of split region. So we have to integrate double integral over the region here and plus double integral over this region. Right. So you relaxedly fix dx dy, write and see what are the bounds. Whatever be the order of integration, your final integral value will be same. Only the computation difficulty will get reduced if we use the appropriate order of integration. You make it as a homework to evaluate the double integral by fixing the order as dx dy, and you check relaxedly whether you are getting this. Now we will move on to the example problems on verification of Green's theorem in the plane. Example 5. Verify Green's theorem in the plane for the following data. F bar is the vector function which describes the vector field. C is the closed boundary of the triangular region with corners 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 1. First we will sketch the closed curve C. Here the closed curve C is the union of C1, C2 and C3. So we have piecewise smooth boundaries. Green's theorem in the plane states that integrating over C f bar dot dr bar is same as integrating over the region enclosed by the closed curve dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. For verification of Green's theorem, we have to evaluate the line integral directly as well as the double integral, and we have to show left hand side integral value is equal to right hand side integral value. Now we will see how to verify Green's theorem. For this, right hand side of Green's theorem in the plane is double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA. First evaluate the integrand. Dou f2 by dou x is y, dou f1 by dou y is 0. Now we have to take the region of integration and we have to evaluate this integral. Either we can choose the order as dy dx or we can choose the order as dx dy. Whichever is convenient, you can follow it. Since I preferred the order of integration dA as dy dx, I chosen a strip parallel to y-axis. Now we have to check the value of y at the bottommost end of the strip and the value of y at the topmost end of the strip. The value of y at the bottommost end of the strip is y equal to 0. The value of y at the topmost end of the strip is 1 minus x. So y varies between 0 to 1 minus x. Now we have to slide the strip to the leftmost end of the region and we have to find the value of x. The value of x is 0. To the rightmost n the value of x is 1. So y varies between 0 to 1 minus x and x varies between 0 to 1. Simply we have to evaluate the inner integral, then the outer integral. We end up with the double integral value as 1 by 6. I am repeating, even you change the order as dx dy, the integral value does not get alters. You make it as a homework. Evaluate the same double integral by choosing the order as dx dy. Now we will see the left hand side part of the Green's theorem in plane. F bar is x power 4 I cap plus xy j cap. Integral over c f bar dot dr bar is integral over c1 f bar dot dr bar plus integral over c2 f bar dot dr bar plus integral over c3 f bar dot dr bar. Look how the integral can be written in the left hand side and the right hand side. Here integral is crossed by the circle indicating C is a closed curve. What is C here? It is C1 union C2 union C3. It is a closed curve. Piecewise smooth closed curve. So the line integral is crossed by circle. Here on the right hand side, three integrals are open curve. So C1, C2, C3 are open path. So the line integral is simply written as line integral without a circle. Now to evaluate integral over closed path C, we have to evaluate integral over open path C1 plus integral over open path C2 plus integral over open path C3. Let us see how to evaluate three line integrals. First integral, integral over C1 f1 dx plus f2 dy plus integral over C2 f1 dx plus f2 dy plus integral over C3 f bar dot dr bar. Here C1, C2, C3, C1 and C2 are horizontal and vertical lines. So we no need to go for parametric representation. C3 is an inclined line y equal to 1 minus x. So we are going to evaluate C3 line integral by using parametric representation of the curves. C1 curve is x equal to 0, y varies between 1 to 0. On the curve C1, the value of x is 0. Here f1 is x power 4, so x power 4 is 0. f2 is xy, here x is 0. Therefore, integral over C1 is simply 0. Now, we will see how to evaluate integral over C2. On the curve C2, y equal to 0. X varies between 0 to 1. So, f1 dx, x power 4 dx plus f2 dy. f2 is xy, on the curve C2, y is 0. Therefore, we will get plus 0. So the second integral, integral over C2 is simplified as integral over x power 4 dx, x varying between 0 to 1. Now we are going to see how to evaluate integral over C3. C3 curve is y equal to 1 minus x. Represent the curve y equal to 1 minus x parametrically. Put x as t, y is 1 minus t. Find r bar dash of t, which is I minus j. Write f bar in terms of t. X power 4 is t power 4. X into y is nothing but t into 1 minus t. F bar dot r dash is a scalar function in terms of t. So integral over C3 is converted as line integral over the variable t bounded between 1 to 0. Here the orientation is also important. C3 curve starts from 1, 0 and ends at 0, 1. So t varies between 1 to 0 to get the positive orientation. After evaluating this integral, we get minus 1 by 30. Now, substitute the integral values. First line integral over c1 is 0. Second line integral over c2 is 1 by 5. Third line integral over c3 is minus 1 by 30, which gives 1 by 6. So, integral over closed curve f bar dot dr bar is 1 by 6, which is same as the right hand side double integral over r dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y dA, which is also 1 by x. This is how we have to verify Green's theorem in the plane. So, you are now comfortable in evaluating closed line integral using Green's theorem, also verifying Green's theorem for the given information. Thank you.